How we doing, everybody? Just popping in with the usual daily video. Now, I've seen newspaper cuttings today on John Henry Seers, the Seers family up from north. I read the prison article and the news article, what's been put in the papers and what's been put on the mainstream media. Just give it a read and my opinion. Now, it says on the newspaper cutting, man was stabbed and slashed, all-time gangster, due to Muslim Asian gangs in the prison asserting their dominance. Yeah, so in other words, whatever wing John Henry Sayers has landed on would be a Muslim-controlled wing. Now, that's not unusual in dispersal prisons in UK, because a lot of them are doing a long time, especially for the ideology and beliefs if they're radical far left. And yeah, it's usual murder or terrorist plots, depending who it is. If they're Cat Aim or some other types of them prisoners will go on a special wing, but they simply just ain't got the facilities to keep everyone separate. So a lot of radical extremist Muslims will be running these gangs when you get into like the likes of Frankland. Now, I've never been Frankland. I've been Full Sutton. I've never been Frankland. I went to Full Sutton when I was kicking off in old jail from down the block when I was GOAD'd. I started fighting with the screws down there, and there was at that minute at the time they had to get me an emergency ghosty ship out, and they took me to Full Sutton. I was there for a few weeks. I never had no brushings. They gave me a wide berth. Everyone in the prison system knows how I roll. And I really couldn't give a shit anyway. I've got a cross on my neck here, and I'm with Jesus, and as you can see, Jesus is here. I'm with Jesus and God till I die. So no one had ever met me convert, because there's only one God, and that is the Lord God Almighty, Father Jesus Christ of us all. You know what I mean? So that's that. I was left alone. I do what I do, and that's that. No one bring no Quran to my door. No way. Turn around, get on one. But anyways, yeah, so by sounds of it, now Frankland, it amazed me this, because Frankland has always been, for a dispersal prison in the UK, probably the only one what hasn't really been taken over by extreme Asian gangs in prison. Now, while I'm talking this video, it'd be safe for me to say this as well. I'm not inciting nothing or anything. I'm just speaking the truth. There's no hate speech or nothing. There's no racial slur, because I'm not a racist. I've got a lot of pals from every different ethnic origin you can believe. And I'm not, for the snowflakes out there, what you call fueling the hate. I'm absolutely being 100% genuine with you. Usually, you got Whitemore, Long Larton. Obviously, you got Frankland, Full Sutton, and where's the other one now? Is the other one Wakefield? I'm sure the other one's Wakefield on dispersal. And usually 9 times out of 10, a lot of these main high-profile wings, which I imagine John Sayers has been on, because we've all seen all over the internet the troubles they've been having and everything. And it won't surprise me, he's obviously been on one of them wings. Now, obviously I don't know the fella, and it must have done a bit of time in his past, surely, old school man, but a lot of things have now changed. As you're aware, they've probably asked him to do something, and an old man's been stuck in his ways, and he's probably refused. I don't know what the ins and outs are, but it clearly says in the papers that the Muslim gangs have stabbed him and what have you, and attacked him, just to let him know that they're top dogs in the jail. Now, I don't know what I've got to say about that, because usually Frankland holds a lot of naughty English Christians and Catholic people from everywhere. I know Colin Gunn had it boxed off. Colin had Frankland boxed off for many years. Known fact, I don't know if he's still in there now. Not sure. I'm sound with Colin, sound with Dave. Top guys, hold tight the guns. Nottingham, respect, boys. But yeah, no. I ain't got a clue what's going on there. So by the looks of it. I'm not sure, I can't say, but I'm having multiple reports that a lot of the Asian gangs are now taking over Frankland. So that really, to be honest with you, all our 5 dispersal prison systems in the UK have now literally been taken over by extreme Muslim gangs. And you don't want to hear it. I'm speaking the God's honest truth to you. You know what I mean? That's exactly what's happened. Yeah, simple as that. Even in Swaleside, all your southern jails, they've all been took over. They got took over years ago. When I've done a bit of jail down south, anyone will tell you 9 times out of 10 you've got white lads walking down with beards to the chest and all the full prayer dresses on for Friday prayers. But if that's their religion, fair play to them and do it. But a lot are just jumping on shit. But it seems to be a massive thing. Like I said, when I've been in a few of these jails, you'll usually have the CT squad. Now CT squad stands for counter-terrorism squad. And they can just come in your cell and they can ghost you anywhere at any time. You can be a black target, which will mean you can get put in a black site somewhere where no one even knows about, but nothing's even listed, held in a room in an house somewhere for days, and then while they move you to another jail. As you're aware, counter-terrorism police have got every powers necessary to them what they want. They can pull you out your cell 3 in the morning and take you anywhere you want. They did it to the terrorist brother with the Manchester bombing when he was in Hull when I was there, when they were putting him on the special pipe unit. Ran in on him, grabbed him early hours at morning and then sky-arted him off to down south when he first got remanded off. So yeah, it's a crazy place, and jail is the perfect breeding ground, because let's face it, a lot of these lads and men who, can I say, want to follow certain practices, if any of these people said go and do that, even on the wing, 9 times out of 10 they'd do it. And it's no secret, a lot of these people are big money men, like you say, Asians. Usually what you got Turkey, Afghanistan, all them areas, big producers of heroin. So a lot of them are all usual massive heroin importers, and they've got money to burn anyway, so money's no object to them. So when you've got a little down and out lad who's converted and they say, here you go lad, cut him down face here, there's 10 grand there for you, and it's nothing to them, and they straight do it. It don't even cost that anyway. 500 quid to get you striped. You know what I mean? When people coming off the street who ain't got no, they'll just run and do it anyway. But yeah, they'll just chuck out. But by the sounds of it, yeah, it don't look in a good way. That John Henry says on protection now by looks. It looks like he's, yeah, it looks like he's having a really rough ride in Frankland, and it looks like there's people trying to kill him in there. So that's what I've just read on the newspaper cuttings anyway. Crazy. So yeah, I've just seen it making big headlines. But listen, jail's, like I said, jail's no joke. If you're going in there, obviously you got to look after yourself and do what you got to do. But them dispersals are a different ballgame. You know what I mean? Like you said, when a man sat down with a full HMP life tariff and he knows he's never ever getting out, he knows he's not getting out. He's been told he's never ever getting out. Do you know what I mean? Well, what people like that got to lose? So majority of these people, when they all gang together, it's a serious, dangerous team. You know what I mean? Very serious, dangerous team. I mean, they've got to live there. You'll probably be out in 10, 15 years or whatever. They can kill you stone death. You know what I mean? Murders happen all the time in dispersals. You know what I mean? So John Henry Seers has been very, very lucky to get away with his life. You know what I mean? So I wonder what your thoughts are about, everyone. Love.